Good morning, everybody. This is TheBigJB for Morning Thunder on Thursday, Hat Thursday. I am wearing a hat today. I deliberately got up late because I was tired. We had kind of a late night at youth group last night. We did something different, which was really fun. I had the I had the experience of preaching from somebody else's notes, which was interesting, and I think it actually turned out pretty good. Our normal youth pastor was feeling really sick. He got some kind of stomach virus or something, and he called me earlier in the day to let me know that he wasn't feeling good, and then I might have to. He asked if I would be willing to take over and to teach from his notes if it came to that, and I told him that I would. I was available for that. Obviously, I don't know if everybody knows, but I've done improv before for a long time. Actually, I've done improv, and my brother and I did an improv show for a benefit dinner, and it's great. I love doing it, and I can work on the fly really easy. But this is the first time that I've ever had to do that in a message, and not trying to do comedy or leading leading a performance. So I got to do that, and basically I got his notes, sat down with a highlighter, tried to look at all the things that I felt like were the highlights, and then make sure that I stuck to those instead of reading straight from his notes, because it could have been very bad just reading from his notes, and I'm glad he trusted me enough to let me do that. And I think it turned out really well. I was really happy. God's given me a great gift for being able to relay that kind of stuff and to kind of go with the flow. And one of the youth gave me a couple huge compliments, but one of them I felt like, well, sorry, let me rephrase that. Both of them were huge. The first one was she feels like I have a really relatable style, and that I inject humor, and that it's a very relatable and casual style, which is really cool because my style is very different from our youth pastor. I don't get loud and yelly, and he's not a stupid preacher or anything like that. I mean, he gets passionate, and he's very expressive, and it's great, and it really works for him. But it's not me. I can show passion, I can show excitement for different topics, but I'm very casual. I talk at kind of a normal level, but I also try to communicate things that connect with people. So I don't know what else I want to talk about. I've still been thinking about Diablo 3 and how awful that launch has been. There was basically a public statement that was made by the Blizzard team about that, and that they're doing maintenance, and they actually offered an apology, and admitted that it was a lack of infrastructure, which is great. It's nice to have the apology, but honestly, Blizzard should have known. I mean, with everything else that they've done, I really feel like Blizzard should have known that those things were going to be an issue and that people were going to buy. I mean, the number of people who bought it and who were trying to log in, it really rivaled a World of Warcraft release. So I don't know if they didn't anticipate that it would be that popular. I don't know. I don't get why there were those problems. The other thing that I think is stupid is that you have to be online for a single player game, which is dumb, right? For Diablo 2, I used to load it on machines if I was going to travel, because it's a light program, so most of the machines can run it. Didn't require you to be online, and it was fun to just kind of take with you and rip through some levels. You can't do that with Diablo 3. You have to be online. Part of that, I think, is because of the auction house, which is basically a real live auction house. You don't have to spend real money, but you can earn real money by putting up real things for auction that you find, which is pretty awesome. Of course, I think PayPal gets a cut and Blizzard gets a cut. And I think somebody suggested that the reason why they did the online requirement was to make sure that they could cut down on the number of people who might be pirating the game and then using the auction feature. But I think that they also implemented that, and I can't remember exactly what they said in the article that this person wrote, but essentially the reason why they set that up is to offset the number of people that they would lose because they decided not to buy the game because they couldn't play it offline. But clearly, with all the login problems that they've had, I don't think that they lost very many customers due to the online requirement. I mean, seriously, most of us are online all the time now anyway, so it's probably not that big a deal. But that's always been, that was one of the biggest complaints when I worked at Valve. That was one of the biggest complaints that our customers had, was that they couldn't play offline with a lot of stuff. And there were ways to play offline, but you kind of had to get around the fact that it was going to try to check for an internet connection. So it's just kind of the time that we live in. It's that, everybody's online almost all the time, and so it doesn't seem to really make a difference if you don't get online right away. Sorry, that was stupid. I lost my train of thought. But we're most of the time online anyway, so it doesn't matter if something won't work in an offline mode. I mean, I think about the number of apps that I have, or number of things that I want to do on my iPod that you have to have a connection for. I even have a Bible app. You can't read some of the translations if you're not online. This is kind of the way it is with stuff. So anyway, that's enough of those rabbit trails and side notes. I'm going to sign off for today. I will probably not be doing a video tomorrow. If I do, I might be doing it from the zoo. I'm going on a field trip with one of my kids tomorrow. Chances I probably won't get to do a Morning Thunder tomorrow. So just in case, if I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. This has been TheBigJB. You can follow me on Twitter at VoiceOfTheBigJB. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I will see everybody later. Bye-bye.